Full time at the Liberty Stadium, as opposed to my bedroom. Arsenal 4-0 winners, just what we needed really. After 1 point from 3 away games in the league, we responded with a win and with a clean sheet. That's really valuable because we'd conceded, 3 at Bournemouth. We conceded at Preston, we conceded 2 at Everton, 2 at City. So a clean sheet today for Mustafi and Koscielny, Petr Cech, and 4 goals to the good. Alex Iwobi, I've got to start by talking about him. So impressive today. He's been really good the last few games, playing that kind of number 10 role that Mesut Ozil had vacated. And I think his time there maybe had given him a little bit more confidence, a little bit more authority. Arsene Wenger talks about him as a player that's improving and improving. He looked tired earlier this season, not so now. Physically powerful. The fact he played 90 minutes today I think is telling. Usually he's withdrawn after 70, but he stayed on the field. He was still harrying the defenders, still pressing right into stoppage time. What a player Arsenal have got there. What would he cost on the open market, and what would the fuss be like if he was English? Thank God Nigeria did not qualify for the AFCON. I'd hate to lose him at this stage in the season. The opening goal, though, came from Olivier Giroud. Of course, 5 in 5 for him now, the first Arsenal striker since Emmanuel Adebayor in 2009, I think it was, to manage that. It was an unusual one from his right foot, and it transpired that his left ankle was actually injured at the time. He put it in as soon as he hit the net. He produced that, and a bit of a different from the old Scorpion celebration. But pretty straightforward one. I mean, in fact, there was a great move, and the ball was played across, I think, by Aaron Ramsey from the right. Giroud was stretching, almost to reach it. Maybe that's where he did the injury, stretching to reach the goal then. And then when the ball came back in from Alexis from the left, Ozil's header deflected and Giroud tucked it away. A tidy finish, but not necessarily a difficult one, especially for a player with that confidence at the moment. He's a curious one. He's a conundrum because right up until that point in the game, I was watching the match thinking, we're a better side without him, as I've said all season, really. And Arsenal's forward play wasn't particularly dynamic or exciting. But then he goes and scores a goal. I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you. I would probably still drop him, despite his incredible form. Isn't that a bizarre scenario? But what else to say? That was 1-0. Half-time, Giroud ended up staying on for a little while longer. 2-0 came through. Well, Iwobi got the ball on the right-hand side. Arsenal were pressing and pressing at this point, and they simply had to take advantage. They did manage that. Iwobi free on the right. His shot deflected off Jack Cork and flipped over Lucas Fabianski, who had no chance. For me, it's Iwobi's goal because he's taking a shot at goal that appears to be on target. Whether or not it goes down as that remains to be seen. Cork's already got 2 own goals to his name this season, so he won't be in a hurry to complete that particular hat-trick. The third, I guess, a little similar. Iwobi this time on the left, lovely shimmy, step over, drove to the line, crossed it. And it was stabbed home by Carl Norton, an ex-Spurs player, scoring an own goal. Always a delight to see. And the fourth came for Alexis Sanchez, who by this time was playing through the middle. A very, very tidy finish. Iwobi again involved on the left this time. He started on the right, moved to the left, but he was everywhere, really. And Oxlade-Chamberlain's pulled it back. It sort of took a couple of ricochets in the box. And Alexis with a very neat cushion volley into the far corner. He was looking for that goal all day, so he was delighted to get it. Not so delighted to be withdrawn. I have to say, I thought his histrionics were a bit much. By the end, he was sat, on the bench with, I was just looking for something to do it, but like a jacket over him like that, hiding from the world, sulking. I'll tell you, I've got 2. I know he's competitive. I know he wants to play every game. I've got 2 issues with it. One is, he came off for Danny Welbeck, who is making his comeback, and I think Alexis could have been a bit more gracious about that. I think everyone should be happy to see Welbeck back on the pitch. Number 2, I think it gives the press something to chat about, and I know I'm guilty of, participating in that myself, but Alexis being disgruntled at Arsenal is a story. and him acting up like that fans the flames. I also wonder in the back of my mind if this is a little bit of, is it maybe more deliberate than we think? Is it so if he does leave the club, he can sort of say, well, they kept taking me off. I don't know. It's ironic because it's only done to protect him because he's so valued by Arsene Wenger. But I think, I understand his disappointment, but I thought that was a bit theatrical, unnecessarily so. What else to say? Aaron Ramsey, I thought, had an interesting game today. I still don't know enough about this partnership with Xhaka, but he covers so much ground, running beyond Ozil. It'll be interesting to see how often Ozil gets in the box now that Ramsey's there, because Ramsey's bombing past him every time. At the back, I thought we were a little bit careless in possession, and I think a better team would have punished us. Fortunately, Swansea are a very bad team. They're just what we needed for a side who've had a bit of travel sickness recently. But look, Chelsea go and play Leicester now. We'll see what happens there. No Diego Costa. Could the gap narrow again? We'll see.